Hello. I just wanted to come on with hopefully a pretty quick word here. And I know that it's for someone today who might be dealing with this. So I want to help you break free from the numbers game. I have a little story to tell first. Back years and years ago, I was told that I likely wouldn't be able to have kids. And then I got saved and had two miscarriages. And then I had my first child. He was 3 weeks early. So he was a little peanut, about 6 pounds. And if you guys have children, you know that when you go to the doctor, when your children are young, they're constantly weighing and they're percentiling your children, correct? And actually, for both of my kids, they fell into like the 10 percentile for a long time. And I remember in that day, a lot of mamas were comparing percentiles for their children. And thankfully I have enough like confidence in the Lord to like not compare, but yet there was times where I was like, oh my gosh, is there something wrong? Like, is there something wrong with my kid? Because that mama has a child with a 80 percentile and my kid continues to be a 10 percentile. So that was years ago, and I was just like, you know what? That is just ridiculous. Maybe you've gone to the doctor yourself and they weigh you and they do your height versus your weight thing and it's your BMI and they tell you you're obese and there is no way you're obese. So it's this numbers game, right? And it can really detract and detour you from just being confident, whatever it is you're doing. So what I'm noticing a lot, and it continues to be a thing. I have my own business, and just in the podcast world, in the business aspect, I get a lot of emails from these people that are trying to get me to jump on their little bandwagon of they'll go to my YouTube or they'll go to my podcast or they'll go wherever I have the potential for subscribers or views or clicks or whatever. And they're like, basically, you're failing is the message. You need help and I can help you get your numbers up. Here's the deal. I'm doing this live right now. Years ago, the Lord had called me to do these Facebook, lives or get on Instagram live or wherever it was to do a video. And I was like, nope, I am not eloquent of speech. I can't do it, kind of like Moses, right? And I'll never forget, this was probably 8, 9 years ago, and I would get a pretty strong word to share. Usually it would be like one word, and he would call me to like not get notes, just literally free flow, open your mouth, speak. But he showed me it was for the one and for the one. And I share this with so many people, and I feel like somebody here today needs to hear this as a reminder. It's, think of the one, okay? Think of the one. This is going to be math that maybe isn't going to make sense to some of you, but if you went through school and you got the basics from math, 1 times 1 in the world is just one. So we look at one as like, well, that's like nothing. It means nothing. The one is nothing. But he was showing me that 1 times 1 in the kingdom is exponential because just think of if you impact one person, maybe a child, okay? You impact one child, and that child goes on to do something and impacts, you know, countless people. Who knows? Like it could be their next generation. We need to stop looking at the numbers. Okay? Now we need to look at the numbers, but it can't be the main focus. If I just looked at the numbers, I would not still be in business. And I'm just being straight up real with you, okay? But I know that there has been big impact happening with the people that I'm called to work with because those people are impacting many, okay? So you may not see like big numbers immediately, but that doesn't mean that you give up, okay? It does not mean you give up, and you're going to need to keep your face forward, face the future, okay? Do not look to the right or left. Okay, if you have a business or if you have, a child that has Like my kid, 10 percentile. Other people are like, oh my gosh, like my child is 80 percentile. And I'm like, okay. My kids are 17 and 20 now. They are thriving. They're amazing. Just because they were a 10 percentile and the doctors would, give me this number doesn't mean that they were failing. So this is a parallel to whatever it is that you're doing right now. If you are called to put a post out there, you're called to do a newsletter, you're called to do a podcast like what I'm doing, and the numbers aren't panning out to what you thought they would be, keep going. If you're doing it for one, that's all that matters. Ultimately, if he calls you to do something, keep going. I always say this. I am in your corner, especially for those I get to work with one-on-one. Like, it is such an adventure. Like, I am in your corner. What is your but God said? Okay. What is your but God said? Not what these marketing people tell you, not what the doctor tells you, not what your friend, your mama, your papa, not anybody, not even me. What is your but God said? I will always point you back to that. Okay. Because you're going to have all these but what if people, you should do this, you should do that. What is your but God said? If he calls you to do something and you don't even see any fruit from it yet, that's okay. Keep, 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 keep planting. Okay? There will be a harvest. And I'm in it with you. I know without a shadow of a doubt that I am called to this work. And like I said, sometimes on paper, it may look like, I came from corporate world of doing accounting. So I did a lot of analytical number stuff, but I'm also very like spirit-led, free spirit. And there can be this tug of war, especially if you come on these spaces or you're part of trainings or you're, doing different things that are really calling you to focus on the numbers. Focus on him. Okay? Focus on him first and do the thing. Just keep doing the thing. Keep doing the thing. Keep doing the thing. One step at a time. Don't give up. The only reason you should stop doing what you're doing is if he tells you to pivot and go somewhere else. But unless that happens, face forward, face the future. Like, keep going. Proverbs 31:25 has been such a focal point for me. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she faces the future without fear. Am I butchering that? I think that's what it is. But the key here is to face the future. Keep facing the future, and keep facing the future. Stop looking at just the numbers, because anytime you do something that he calls you to, there's an impact, whether it's impacting you and you're growing, or somebody else is impacted by what he's calling you to do. So if you need somebody in your corner, I'm just going to do a little plug here. I am a spiritual midwife and a locksmith. So he's literally given me keys to help unlock you to soar in your calling and to roar with your voices and to help you live unlocked so that you can fly free. Okay. I see myself in the corner with people as like this boxing coach who's like, all right, what's your what God said? Come over here. Come on, come over here. And then we get that established, and I'm going to throw you back in the ring because it is a fight. It is a fight. I'm in it. I'm in it, guys. Because my heart is to not let people, women, self-abort the calling that God's put on their lives, because what happens is you'll get that like initiative to do something, and then a couple months in, it's like, oh, the numbers, because everybody's telling you like it needs to look like this. No, nope. We don't rush the process. We discover that you're pregnant with purpose. We develop what it is, and then we deliver it. And then you're not going to just let your kid go. I'm just going back to my analogy of my kids when they're 10 percentile. It's not like I stop feeding them or go, oh my gosh, the number's too small. No, we keep feeding them. We keep helping them develop. And I don't know, I just have this strong feeling that somebody needed to hear this today. So if you need somebody in your corner, I am very unconventional. As you can probably tell, one of my things to even come on and do these videos is just show up. I just got done with a sweaty walk and I have no makeup on. I just be you, okay? Be you. And I think a lot of you just need to even get that established. Like, who are you? Who has God called you to be? So reach out to me. You can message me. You know where to find me. And we can hop on, I call it an unlocking call, and just see if I'm even a good fit for you. I may not be a good fit for you because I'm not for everybody and everybody's not for me, but I might have somebody else who might be a better fit for you because I do have a lot of great connections that can help you along your journey. So, all right. So, what is the key for today? Stop focusing on just the numbers. Okay. So, I hope this blessed you. Feel free to share any key takeaways in the comments, and I hope you have a blessed day.